suggested that our first hangout would be something casual, and he said he needed his hair retwisted, so I offered my services. He was supposed to make me dinner in exchange. The menu I was provided was supposed to be steak, macaroni and cheese, and a vegetable. Before dinner, he asked what type of wine I preferred, and I told him. So all day I'm excited to go hang out with him, and I get a new outfit, make sure I look and smell good, the whole nine. And man, let me tell you this. I get there, and I immediately get the ick, but I still try to push through. Push through what? The day should be done. So I met this guy on Hinge and I thought we were hitting it off. I suggested that our first hangout would be something casual, and he said he needed his hair retwisted, so I offered my services. He was supposed to make me dinner in exchange. The menu I was provided was supposed to be steak, macaroni and cheese, and a vegetable. Asparagus is what we discussed, but I told him I never have a specific preference on the vegetables. Before dinner, he asked what type of wine I preferred, and I told him. So all day I'm excited to go hang out with him, and I get a new outfit, make sure I look and smell good, the whole nine. I get there and he's in a t-shirt, sweats, and some Nike slides with no socks on and his ashy feet out. I immediately get the ick, but I still try to push through.
Wait, hold up. You gotta realize that this dude's cooking. He's at his house. Obviously, he's gonna be dressed comfortably to his liking. He's at home. What do you expect him to wear, a suit in his own house while he's cooking? Come on, let's get serious here. If this was like at a restaurant and he pulls out with a Nike, whatever, t-shirt, no socks on, you'd be you know, you'd have a point. But dude's cooking in his own house. How do you expect him to dress like? In a suit?
Push through what? The day should be done. Dry feet, Nike slides, and a t-shirt, we're done here. But clearly you're not, so let's keep reading. So then he serves me my plate. It's just a thin piece of steak and mac and cheese, no veggies. He said he forgot them. He also offers me the wine with a disclaimer that I supposedly didn't text back fast enough about the wine choices, so he asked a friend and he suggested Arbor Mist. Immediately no. I'm 25, I haven't drank Arbor Mist since I was 18.
Yo, that's hilarious. I just feel like she just is in the mood of complaining. Dude cooked for you, did he not? He got the wine, did he not? Okay, no matter how thin or thick that steak is, he got it still for you, did he not? He still served it for you. I mean, it should be the gesture that matters. For all we know, this is probably the first meal he's ever cooked his whole life. But hey, it's the thought that counts, nah?
He then proceeds to pour the Arbor Mist in the red Solo cup with ice as if it's juice, and I'm just like, ugh. I proceed to retwist his hair, and as we're in the middle of the retwist, I notice a roach on the wall. So I ask him to kill it because I don't do bugs. Thinking it was just a one-off. You know roaches are never by themselves.
Okay, yeah, when it comes to roaches, I'm with you. When it comes to all those other things, him cooking with Nike slides on, no socks, blah, 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 that is the pettiest of the pettiest. You don't have any right to complain. But when it comes to those roaches, girl, I'm on your side. We're gonna join hands here. We're gonna join a little army here, right? You have me there.
You knew this wasn't a one-off. There's no roach one-off. Why would there ever just be one roach? Just one. Okay. Thinking it was a one-off and the roach just happened to come out at the inconvenient time I kept retwisting. What kind of nonsense are you trying to convince yourself right here? I kept retwisting, but started moving faster as I wanted to get out of there ASAP. He kills the bug with his Nike slide, proceeds to look at the bottom of the slide with a squashed roach on there, puts the slide back on, and then put the same slide on his carpeted floors.
Yeah, he was doing so well up to the roaches part, you know? If the only thing that he fumbled on was the Nike slides, having no socks on and having a t-shirt on, I'd have been like, yo, this man done did it. This man went beyond his way to make you feel like a princess, bruh. He out there cooking for you, got you the rosemary, whatever wine, you name it. But the only thing that made this date clash is those damn roaches. Now, it seems like this guy has a roach infestation issue, so he should have dealt with that beforehand. I don't know what made him think that it's a clever idea to be cooking and inviting this woman there, and he thinks he's gonna surprise her, he's gonna wow her, seeing all them roaches running around the wall. Some of the things these men be thinking, I'd be like, God damn it, boy, you knew your house is fully well infested. If she's been there and the time span she's been there was probably like within 15 minutes and she saw over 200 roaches doing a marathon across that wall, it's not the first time they popped up, right? You've seen them, you're so used to them, but I don't know why in his mind he thought she's gonna be used to them too.
I'm ready to barf, but again I continue. Of course. As I'm still going, I see another roach scale the wall behind the TV. By that point I'm like, okay, no, he has roaches. Oh, by that point. By the first roach, he has roaches. What? I gotta go. So I hurry up and finish his retwist and I wash my hands to get the product off. As I'm washing my hands, another roach crawls across the counter. By that point, I text my cousin SOS to get me out of there. After waiting some time for the call, we proceed to watch the movie and I notice that the cup he poured the Arbor Mist into for me has a roach in it. Then shortly after, 2 more joined and were crawling around the cup. By that point, I didn't care about seeming like a bitch and I practically ran out of there.
But I mean, yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, for the first half of that day, when she was complaining about how he's cooking for her and this and that, I was like, yo, she being petty for sure, and she was. But that second part, when she's talking about them roaches and how they were even in her cup and all, man, that's valid, alright? I just don't agree about the first part, but I agree with her on the second part. That's nasty as hell. Okay, if she saw the first roach, she would be like, you know what, I'm gonna give him that. Maybe this guy just happened to have crawled from outside. He just came in to ruin this day. The moment she's seen the second roach, she's gonna be like, alright, maybe the second one is teaming up with the first one to ruin this dude's day. I'm gonna give him that. The moment she's seen that third roach, bro, she should have known for a fact. There's a whole family of roaches living in this house, bro. Matter of fact, this might not even be in this dude's house. This is the roach's house. This house is definitely owned by the roaches. This is the property of the roaches. My dude is renting under the roaches, bro. The roaches are the landlords. He's just a tenant there, bro. Alright? Maybe the roaches were like, yo, you gotta stop your damn cooking, boy. You're waking up the whole family in here. Maybe that's why they all came out of the hiding, bro. They were like, yo, this boy done been cooking steak out here at 9 p.m. while we're trying to sleep. We gonna go and see what's up. And that's how them roaches start showing up. You were disturbing them. First of all, you didn't ask the landlord if you could still be cooking there. That's the main reason why them roaches came out of them hiding spots, alright? You out there disturbing with your nonsense cooking for this chick, right? They had to set things straight for the record. That's why they were so grumpy. Some of them even jumped on that cup of rosemary juice. They were like, ain't no way you about to drink this juice, girl. You better get the hell out of this house. You waking up the whole damn family. You expect us to give you guys peace? No, get the hell out of here. That's why they're out there annoying her, right?
I tried to reason with the fact that sometimes you can be clean and still have roaches. And that's not necessarily what I was judging him for. But to cook me a meal and invite me to chill in a roach-infested home is just gross. And because of the lack of respect for me, I blocked him and everything. I don't really have feedback for this one. You basically just twisted the guy's hair for free in exchange for steak, macaroni and cheese, and roaches.
Fur is not meant for the weak, and I've been in the trenches of the dating pool. Anyways, let's get going. One time I left a toothbrush at someone's place, and when I went back and asked for my toothbrush, the guy asked, "Which one's yours again?" A guy once said to me that you don't need to brush your teeth in the morning. Another one joked a bit too long about how big my friend's boobs are. One of them told me he didn't have a lot of friends because all of his friends were his ex's friends. One of them had white savior complex and was not aware of it. Another one told me that a girl was hitting on him when he was on vacation, like I care. And last but not least, one time someone told me they were 5'9", when they were probably only 5'5", because I'm like 5'4", 5'5" on a good day, and he was definitely the same height as me. I mean, his hair might have added a couple millimeters, but he was definitely not 5'9". So, anyways, good luck out there, guys.
That's wild, bruh. If this is all happening to you, you gotta realize something. Chances are it might be you. You're the problem, right? If it was the first time, I'd be like, yo, it's a man. Second time, it's a man. You're attracting the wrong kind of dudes out there. That's it. Simply put, that's it. I mean, I don't know. If I go there, I'm pretty sure I can find some people who are married, happily ever after, have children too. So, I mean, why are you struggling out there? Huh? It's gonna be you. You're attracting the wrong kind of man.
You met her at the bar. She gave you her number. She seemed somewhat interested. You started texting her. For 2 weeks, you're putting in work. She's not the best texter. You're carrying the conversation, but you asked her out and she agreed to a date. You're hype. You tell your boys. You ask them where you should take her. They recommend a spot that's cool but not too pricey. Boom. Date night comes around. You pick her up. She looks good. You take her to the spot. She's never been there before. She doesn't know what to order. Doesn't matter. When she gets her food, she doesn't eat much. She claims she's not really hungry. She probably just doesn't want to eat in front of you. The date's going well, though. She's laughing at your jokes. The conversation isn't boring. She seems like she's having a good time. The dinner's coming to an end. You're getting nervous. You don't know if you should invite her over, if she's gonna invite you over. What's the next move? You ask her what she's doing after this. She says she's tired, she's got work in the morning, but she'd love to hang another time. You're cool with that answer. She gets a to-go box. You pay for her meal. You take her home. You pull up to her crib. You get out the car, run around and open her door. She thanks you for the date, gives you a hug, and says, text me when you get home safe. You think that's the end of the night. You're going home with a smile on your face. Little do you know, she just texted me what you doing with the eye emoji. emoji. I told her I was chilling. She said, you should come over. I said, bet, give me 30. I pull up to her crib, knock on her door. She lets me in. She's trying to take me straight to the bedroom. I tell her I'm low-key kind of hungry. You got any snacks? She offers me her leftovers from the dinner you paid for. I like that place. You picked a good spot. I put the food in the microwave, warm it up. I'm devouring that shit while asking her how the date went. She said you were cool, but not her normal type. I asked her what's her normal type. She said me. I laugh. I'm done eating. It's time to do what I came here for. And I do exactly that. 1, 2, maybe 3 times. It's getting late though. She asked me if I wanted to stay tonight. I'm good. I get up, get dressed. She walks me out. Boom, I'm headed home. She goes back to her room, checks her phone. She sees a text from you. Hey, got home safe. She likes the message. She texts you back. Had a really good time tonight. Can't wait to do it again. Winky emoji. You go to sleep with a smile on your face. I go to sleep with a smile on my face. She goes to sleep with a smile on her face. That's what I call a team win.
Damn, the audacity out here. Homeboy is so confident. My boy, you gotta realize karma goes full circle, right? You might have done this, homeboy, like this. You know, you out there celebrating. You feeling like a king, right? You feeling good. But let me tell you one thing. There is gonna be that one woman you're gonna meet too. You're gonna drop everything for her. Right? You're gonna think she's the one. You're gonna get out on them streets. You're gonna wipe her up. Only for her to do exactly the same thing which you did with another chick on another dude. You get my drift? It's good to be humble out there sometimes. But I mean, if we look at what he's saying, it happens, boys. It happens. That's why you gotta be, you gotta be smart about it. You gotta be aware. But at the same time, don't get too cocky, guys, because you never know when it's your turn. Let me tell you that, right? Because, you may think you're a king. You may think you're living that life. You may think the women are dropping on your lap like that. You may think you're a don. But it's not until that one time this happens to your ass too, you're gonna know how sweet it feels. How bittersweet. Alright, just like when that man realizes, right? That man's gonna find out that, that chick played him like that. But guess what? This will happen to you too at some point as well, right? And you already know. Men always act tough. They always act like they know it all. They always act like they got PhDs in the streets. They know women like the back of their hands, but you don't. One day you're gonna meet the woman that you really like, and let me tell you, she gonna play exactly the same card to your face.
Put a finger down if you used to date this guy on TikTok and you guys were like 8 months in and everything was going really well until you started talking to this girl that you used to know when you were like really, really little. And then you go to her house one day and she gets a lot of notifications from him while she's in the bathroom. So you get nosy, like, hello, that's my boyfriend, and you read them. Why are they flirting? And then she gets out of the bathroom and you start swinging at her. You grab your stuff, you leave, you start driving to his house. You go, you slash all 4 of his tires on his brand new car. Like, first car he's ever gotten. Brand new car, just got it. You slash all 4 tires. Then you start banging on his door for him to come out like a psycho because, hello, come outside. And then you punch him in his face and his nose starts leaking. Like really badly. So you get back in your car and you drive home. Once you get home, you realize that they sent you like 50 messages. Like your phone was dinging, 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 dinging while you were driving, but you didn't read them. So when you get to your house, you read them and it's screenshots of them sending you proof that this was just a prank, that they planned this, that it was supposed to be funny, to see your reaction. But he tells his friends that you're the problem and you're the reason you guys broke up. Yeah.
Okay, that's a great story. But the thing was, I would agree with you if you caught him red-handed. If you caught the man red-handed, definitely, all of that coming. But if this is how you react, the moment that you just found out the little slightest bit that he might be having a fling with your friend here, and you reacted like this without even fully doing your homework, and it turns out to be a prank, or it turns out to be, the biggest joke, man, obviously you are the problem. Maybe he thought it was funny. I mean, that joke was not funny, right? Probably got you at the wrong timing, but for you to react like this, that's ridiculous, bro. You out there already slashing tires, punching him. You're Mike Tyson out here in the boxing ring. Come on. and you didn't even do your homework. You didn't even realize that this could be a joke, could be a prank. Maybe you didn't fully find the receipt you needed to find.
What would you do if a guy asked you out on a romantic date and then arrived 2 hours late with 4 of his friends? Oh, but it's worse than that. Just brace yourself. So I'm dating this guy for about 3 weeks, and I think it's really important to mention the fact that he's Saudi Arabian, because maybe this is customary in that culture. Saudi, Middle Eastern people, please let me know in the comments. So 3 weeks into us dating, he invites me out for a romantic dinner at Nobu. And us girls know if a man is taking you to Nobu, he's gonna ask you to be his girlfriend. Anyway, I'm preparing for this date like it is my freaking coronation. Like, I bought a dress, I bought new hair extensions, I got my nails done. I was so excited. Then I was even less excited when on the evening of the date, he texts me and tells me that he is going to be 2 hours late because unexpectedly his friends flew in from Saudi Arabia. And one thing you gotta know about me is that I try so hard to be a cool girl because I don't want to be like those other girls. I'm a little bit of a pick-me. So I get to the place, I sit at the bar, and I'm waiting for about an hour, and he's just pushing the time back further and further. He tells me that his friends are like super excited to see him, and who am I to say no? Eventually he's on his way, and I say, okay, I'm gonna go up to the hostess stand and I'm gonna go get her table. So I go up to the hostess and I say, so-and-so has a reservation tonight. And the lady looks at me like I literally have 3 heads. And I'm like, oh cool, I guess this night was so important to him that he completely forgot to make a reservation. But thankfully she did have a table open up in like the lounge area, but the only thing that sucked was that the whole menu wasn't available there. But whatever, at this point my self-worth was so low, I was like, who cares? So I go to sit down at the table and I finally get a text message that he is walking through the door, and I'm kind of excited because I'm gonna finally get to meet his friends, and that's not what happens. In he comes with 4 gorgeous Saudi women. Oh, and there was actually a 5th one, some like random Ukrainian chick. Now that I look back on it, he did talk about a Ukrainian coworker having a crush on him, so I'm just gonna assume that that was her. But yeah, I just decided that I was gonna handle things as calmly from that point on, so I got up, I started screaming and crying, and I caused a scene in front of the entire restaurant, and then I called myself an Uber. And I had this crazy maniacal look on my face, like my mascara was streaming down my face, but I was smiling because I knew that I was gonna deliver the best line of my life as soon as he brought me to the Uber. He brings me to the Uber, I look at him, and with my tear-stained eyes, I say, I will never speak to you again. And I get in the Uber, and what do? I text him the next day.
You know what's hilarious? It's already, I can tell this is your fault. Dude's telling you he's gonna be 2 hours late. At that point, you reschedule the date. Why the hell are you still gonna show up? And then he keeps pushing the time further back. But yeah, you still want to go. What are you getting out of this date? I mean, the flags are there, you ignore them, you chose to still show up at the date, and now, all of a sudden, hold up, all of a sudden, he comes with 5 women. And you're still in that damn restaurant after getting stood up for how many hours? Yeah, he has to be a billionaire, this guy. Eh? She thought she was getting something out of this. Dude got probably like a whole room full of women. He probably couldn't even fit enough to bring them to this date, bro. There's probably some left over in the cars, some left over at the house, at his friend's house. He got places full of women, bro. He's hiding. He probably got women in his pockets too, bro. But I just find it's so embarrassing in her part that like she stayed there till the very end. Like she couldn't just like jump out the window, sneak her way out, you know, save herself the embarrassment, text him, pretend like, oh, you know what, I didn't show up for the date. It was too late for me anyway. We can do it another time. Pretend she didn't even see it. Try to play it up. No, this woman stood there, caused the whole scene, ruined her nice put up mascara, whatever. Got him to even put her on an Uber. And for her to cause a little tantrum, you're never gonna see me again, I'm never talking to you, blah, blah, blah. For her only to message him the next day? What a joke. If this is true, you done lost your brain cells, woman. Anyways, that's the video, guys. Let me know what you all think about all this crazy ass stuff. All these videos you've seen. Comment down below, and be sure to reply to y'all. And yeah, we're gonna catch bases in the next video. Like, subscribe, comment. Peace.